Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This morning we are doing a preliminary load development using the Browning X Bolt White Gold Medallion. The bullets I'll be using are the Barnes 120 TTSX. I chose a handful of charge weights using Vitavori N540. So we'll shoot these and see if I'll have to tweak any of the load or the grain weights and or the seating depth. Okay, so 42.5 grains to 45.5 grains, but I didn't shoot 45.5 grains at this last target because I was actually getting pressure signs at the 44.5 grain powder charge weight. And I got these powder charge weights from Vitavori's website using the N540 powder with the 120 grain bullet. For anybody that's wondering, my seating depth was an overall length of 2.875. And I actually got that with my targeted base to ogive of 2.275 with this bullet. My internal magazine length is, I played it out to where I'm pretty safe to get reliable feeding if I seat or if I have my cartridge overall length between 2.850 and 2.875. So that was just my starting point. At jam, this bullet is 2.288, but I knocked that down 13 thousandths of an inch. So I'm targeting 2.275 for my base to ogive. A base to ogive measurement is much more consistent than just going with cartridge overall length. So that is what we're working with in terms of how the bullet is seated. Now, starting off 42.5 grains, not a bad group at 0.77 inches, but as you can see, our extreme spread and standard deviation numbers are trash. And that was pretty much the theme for the rest of the powder charge weights. In fact, the groups opened up as we went up the charge weight, as we upped the charge weight, and our extreme spread and standard deviations also trended upwards. So just like the 132 HHTs, I think what I'm going to do is try some lower charge weights and see if we can't get the primer and the powder to like each other a little bit more and get a more even combustion. Historically, when we get higher extreme spread and standard deviations, the combustion isn't at its equilibrium. It's not correct, so that's why we're getting these erratic extreme spread and standard deviations and velocity. So going forward with further load development, we'll try some lower powder charge weights underneath the 42.5 grain mark with the N540. Hopefully that will, tighten up the extreme spread and standard deviations, maybe tighten up the group size a little bit. Now, okay, taking a closer look at the brass for the 120 TTSX. This was my max charge weight that I shot today, 44.5 grains. And as you can see, we've got a good ejector mark on the head of the case and the cartridge on the right. I am getting some primer cratering. I can run my fingernail over that little primer indentation and my fingernail catches. So definitely hit some good pressure signs at the 44.5 grain powder charge weight. Just moving down 1 grain. As you can see, I'm not getting any of that and still got a round primer indentation with no ejector marks. Okay guys, that's all I have for you today. Moving forward, we do have a clear path going forward to try out some different combinations with this bullet and powder charge weight. So the less than ideal range session today, I'm not too worried about it. We've got room to improve. So with that being said, if you guys want to support the channel, go ahead and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you guys can follow along with further load development with this bullet out of my rifle. Whether you guys are a new reloader for 7mm-08 and need a little guidance, or if you guys are already loading for 7mm-08, follow along and compare the results that I get with your guys' hand loading sessions. So awesome guys, thank you so much for the support, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.